Good Monday morning, my winners. This is John coming to you live Monday morning, the 22nd of May, here on Break the Board. I'm your host, John Cole, where we go break down all the games on the board for this day, gambling, all the sports betting lines, recap our weekend. I didn't do any weekend show this week, Saturday or Sunday, so we'll get into that. First off, BetOnline is your number one source for all your basketball info, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds and lines, including the latest player reports for this year's pro basketball playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters this season, as we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. Basketball, MLB, NHL, hockey, right to UFC and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games to play right from the comfort of your own home. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use our promo code BLEAV, B-L-E-A-V, BLEAV, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. All right. Last night, Sunday, the Boston Celtics, my Boston Celtics, the funeral took place. You know, I don't understand what's going on here. First of all, I want to give shout out to Jimmy Butler, Eric Spoelstra, who is 100% solidified himself as the number one coach in the NBA. You know, if you rewind back the hands of time, LeBron wanted that guy fired too. Once upon a time. Thank God for the strong leadership of Pat Riley and what he's built. But when you look at the Miami Heat, you know, they went to the finals in the bubble, and of course nobody wants to give any credit to anybody that anything that happened that bubble year. But you know what? Regardless, the Lakers still won a chip, and Miami still got there. All right. And had it not been for injuries, and even if I think back to last year, you know, Jimmy Butler beat up in the playoffs, missed that 3 against the Celtics. Maybe we're talking about the Heat Warriors last year. I don't think so, because I think there was one big push for the Celtics last year, and that was Ime Udoka. All right. I think he was a better coach. I think he was the right coach. And last night, you know, had Dar's birthday bash yesterday, Michael Jackson would have been really proud of all the blow. It looked like Never Neverland in my backyard. So, but I fell asleep in the fourth quarter because I was exhausted, and there was no reason to watch the Chainsaw Massacre of Miami. But Joe Mazzulla, this morning I get up, get my coffee, turn on TV, and I hear the words out of Mazzulla's mouth. I just didn't have my guys ready to play. What? You're down 0-2. You pissed away 2 fourth quarter leads in both game 1 and game 2. Boston hasn't even played well, and they could be up 2-0 going into Miami. I mean, Miami's outplayed them every game, and yet Boston could still be up 2-0 going into Miami. And I just didn't have my guys ready to play. First of all, Mazzulla needs to be fired. Second of all, the roster needs to be ripped apart. Because I can't put it all on Joe Mazzulla, right? There's enough blame to go around. Brad Stevens, who I like, he's got to go. All right, I get it. Danny Ainge left, put Stevens in charge, blah, 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 blah. Brad Stevens, good guy. They show him last night. He looks lost. He should have known better than that Joe Mazzulla could navigate this team, right? And quite honestly, though they were a younger Celtics team, so I don't want to totally slam Brad Stevens, but he didn't get it done either. I mean, he's in the playoffs, but he didn't get it done. So I think the whole thing needs to be ripped apart. General manager, head coach, you know, you got some tough decisions. You got 2 Supermax deals with Brown and Tatum. But those jokers are 7 of 40 from the freaking 3-point line. I mean, I love the combination, right? It should be a Jordan Pippen type situation. But I just don't think, and Jason Tatum, who I love, you guys know that. I mean, you're telling me that guy down 2-0, 6 of 18 from the floor, 1 of 7 from 3, and he scores 14 points, and he only played 33 minutes? Like, you're saying I'm him. I tell you, I'm him. It's real easy to say you're him when you score 50. But what about when you score 14 in basically an elimination game? Because this down 3-0, this series is freaking over. It is over. Absolutely over. The only thing is the Dogs have covered every game so far in these conference finals, Eastern and Western. Now, finally, Miami's a 2-point favorite. You watch, Boston will find a way to win game 4, just like I think the Lakers find a way to win game 4 tonight. I think both of them avoid a sweep, but both series are over. And if you're the Boston Celtics, the path was clear. If there was ever a year to win the title, it was this year. And you choked on it like a daggone chicken wing bone. So, again, I don't know where you go. I know Brad Stevens needs to be gone. I know Mazzulla needs to be gone. Horford's long in the tooth. Maybe you keep him just because you need some type of veteran. I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking down through the roster and the box score. I think you keep Tatum and Brogdon, and everybody else is a fire sale. I think you gotta start over, man. I don't know where else to go. Tomorrow night, game 4, Miami Heat will be laying 1.5 to 2 points, depending on where you shop for your lines. Money line bouncing around 120 to $1.32 in that neighborhood. Tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers, though I think they'll stave off elimination. They're laying 3 minus 156, play the Nuggets. And, I came on here and I laughed at all the major networks because they were, slob knobbing the Lakers going into game 2, how they had figured things out. But I got to tell you, I thought the Lakers would win game 3. What Denver did, I mean, these conference finals have blew, but man, Denver-Miami looks juicy. 2 different styles, 2 really good coaches. All right, some dudes on both sides. Adebayo versus Jokic, Jamal Murray and Jimmy Butler. When you look at role players, a Porter versus a Gabe Vincent. Man, this Gabe Vincent guy from Miami, that dude's a flamethrower. Bench guys, Bruce Brown, Duncan Robinson. If Miami could get, Miami's doing this without Tyler Hero, one of the best 3-point shooters in basketball. So tonight at 8:30, Lakers Nuggets. If you're a LeBron fan, I'm sorry, because this is the last time he'll sniff one or probably ever get this close. I think the Lakers, the trades and the stuff that Pelinka did at the deadline was all good stuff. Obviously the Lakers caught fire. LeBron willed him to a win, willed him to the playoffs there. Anthony Davis, he's up and down. Anthony Davis and Jason Tatum should be roommates. Because those are the only 2 dudes I know can score 40 and then the next game score 12. I mean, it's just unreal. But if you look at LeBron, his time, this is his 6th year in LA, 5th, 6th year, something like that. They've only gotten past the first round twice. Now, this year has been a good run. They went through 3 coaches. Walton, Vogel, who they won the title with in the bubble, and Darvin Ham. I like Darvin Ham a lot. I think Darvin Ham has already established himself as one of the top coaches in the league. But, and like I said, I think the Lakers stave off elimination. I doubt to be honest with you, I don't want to give out any more hockey or NBA. Last year I was 27-10 in the hockey playoffs, 13-4 in the NBA. Both of them were fantastic. This year's been a nightmare. 10-11 in the NBA, 20-23 in hockey, losing record in both, lost about 6 units total. It's really taken away from a great baseball season that we're off to the start to. So to be honest with you, probably a good chance I don't give anything out the rest of the way. I mean, there might be a spot here or there, but I'm going to probably bet the Lakers, but I'm not going to give it out just because I think, it's hard to imagine LeBron getting swept. But look, Denver's just a much better team, and if you're the Lakers, now you really have to think. You already know that you got 2 years max with LeBron, because you know whoever drafts Bronny, LeBron's already said, I'm out. So if you're the Lakers, do you run this back knowing full daggone well you're not better than the Nuggets? Golden State's probably going to recharge and be back. The Suns, a full year with KD and whatever they do with coach, this and that. We always know the offseason for the NBA is one of the best, right? The Sacramento Kings are coming. You know, what does Memphis do? I mean, I think they're pretty much done now. But there's so many other teams on the come up, especially the Kings and the Suns. And look, Denver's not going anywhere. And then, you know, you just look at how the landscape is changing, right? You got an OKC team that, look, 1 or 2 pieces, those young kids are coming. So when you look at it, if you're the Lakers, you have no shot of winning a title. Like, you just don't. You're not even, like, I think what the Lakers have done, I have to give them credit, has been really, really impressive to this point. But let's be honest, after this, they're not even sniffing a Western Conference Finals. So, you know, there's a couple guys this morning, well, now they got to go get Kyrie. I don't even think Kyrie helps. I don't know how that buzzard, you can even think that he's going to contribute anything but spreading cancer and leukemia all through your organization, right? So, I mean, where do you go if you're the Lakers? Do you Anthony Davis's trade value will never be higher than what it is now, and it's already dwindled down a little bit. I mean, I think if you're the Lakers, you have to seriously consider it, because you've mortgaged your future with draft picks. They're all gone. So now you have got to find a way to retool. You already know LeBron's walking out the door for Bronny, right? To go play with him, which kudos to him. I mean, you know, I just look at you. The Lakers got some tough decisions to make. Them and Boston both. You know, other teams that have lost in the playoffs, yeah, maybe. I mean, I still don't think Monty Williams should have got fired in Boston. Actually, I think Monty Williams would be a nice fit, or got fired in Phoenix. I think Monty Williams would be a great fit in Boston, to be honest with you. But, you know, those two teams both got a lot of decisions to make, and it'll be interesting how much pub. I guarantee you, when we get to this Nuggets Heats finals, all the major networks will now shift their attention to the NFL. Like, it will dominate like how basketball is dominating their daily shows right now. It'll be all about NFL. They will do a quick pivot, because nobody wants to talk about Denver, Miami. Nobody. So kudos to the Nuggets. Kudos to the Heat. Celtics, you blow. I'm done with you. You're like a psycho ex-girlfriend. I just can't deal with it anymore. Lakers, I think they stave off elimination in game 4. Boston, I think they probably get swept. So I'm not giving out any official plays, but that's what I think. So Preakness took away from it, because Chop's been on me. He said, give out Thacker. I've been working these plays real hard. Yeah, well, you went 0-3, buzzard. So it totally took away from the Preakness. We did win the Preakness, though. We had the winner with the one horse. And then we also hit the exacta and the trifecta. So I gave those out to you guys. Hope you played them. Congratulations to Brooks Koepka. We did not have him. It wasn't a good PGA championship with our golfers. Scheffler was the only one even close. Everybody else fell apart. Baseball 2-2 on Saturday. But yesterday gave out 4 plays. Nats minus 130, Phillies minus 120, Padres minus 150. And we had the Mets in game 1 with Scherzer. 4-0, crisp, clean sweep. 4-0 in baseball yesterday. Thanks, Coach. We were on there. So, 4-0, things looking up in baseball. I want to say I haven't had time this weekend, but I want to say that puts us something like 13, 14 games over, something like that, in baseball. So month and a half in, baseball's been really good. We've had some loss here and there, but again, it's a grinding out baseball. It's just, the hockey and NBA playoffs have taken it away from us, but that's all right. Again, 150, 13 years in a row. This will be number 14. We'll get there in some way, shape, or form. That's for darn sure. Hockey, again, just like conference finals for both NHL and NBA have been horrific. If you want excitement, the only thing about the hockey ones, at least they went to overtime, a couple of them, I guess. So, the Florida Panthers, they're up 2-0 on the Carolina Hurricanes. Thank God I parlayed the Hurricanes and Lakers together, so it was only one loss instead of two, because that wasn't looking good. But Florida, after their 4 overtime episode, came in and won game 2 in overtime as well. So tonight they'll get underway, 8:10 p.m. Eastern time. Carolina will go to Florida. Florida up 2-0. Florida laying $1.15. Comeback minus 105 on Carolina. If you're going to bet the game, I don't see how you can't take Florida right now. I know the dog won the first 2. Carolina, this is a desperation game. If they lose, they're out. But look, that whole concept about being down and needing the game hasn't worked the whole playoffs for either side. Either way you've went, you've gotten screwed with that. So, it's hard to go back to the well with something that's not working. Though typically, you can get away with it and it'll help you make money. Teams in these desperation games for both NHL and the NBA has not worked to the benefit whatsoever. Right now, 38% of the bets on the Florida Panthers, 32% of the handle on the Panthers, 62% of bets on the Carolina Hurricanes, 68% of the handle on the Hurricanes. Again, I think you got to take Florida. I know it's hard to imagine them going up 3-0, but I don't think you really have any other choice. Yesterday, the Dallas Stars had the lead, peed it away, went to overtime, and the Vegas Knights made quick work of them. So the Knights go up 2-0. Going back to Dallas. Dallas at home will be laying $1.40. Comeback plus 120 on the Knights. We'll get into this game tomorrow, but first instinct again. I like the Stars to stave off. Again, I don't know if I don't think there'll be a play tonight. I may put a little on the Panthers, but I'm not going to give it out. I just don't see, Carolina, you had 2 at home. You couldn't get it done. I just don't know what makes me think you're going to get it done on the road. And then the Stars, I said, I like the Stars to win the series. I like them to win the cup. Thank God I didn't give out a series, price on them, but man, they, down 0-2, things are looking a little grim for the Stars right now. Plus, 125 to win the cup is the Knights. If you take the Panthers, they're plus 160. If you take the Hurricanes, plus $7. If you took the Stars, plus 750. Knights for the series are minus 460. Comeback plus 350 on the Stars. In the Eastern Conference, Panthers minus 170. Hurricanes plus 140. So again, I think if you want to take the dogs or take the teams down 2-0, here in the beginning, rather than bet game 3, maybe you take them for the series. That could be one way to play it. Again, I just got no real conviction. There's just been no resistance. The Hurricanes not being able to get either one of those games in regulation, or in overtime rather. Just a bad look for them. So, shifting to baseball, 4-0 yesterday. Today, the White Sox will visit the Cleveland Indians. That'll be your first game on the board. 909 is the rotation number on the White Sox. 910 rotation number on the Indians. Indians will be throwing Hunter Gaddis on the hill. Still no pitcher listed for the White Sox on that one. Texas Rangers, rotation number 919. They'll be battling the Pittsburgh Pirates, rotation number 920. The Texas Rangers 29-17 on the year. Pittsburgh 24-22. Texas 13-9 on the road. Pittsburgh right at 500 at home, 11-11. Texas will send Dane Dunning to the hill 4-0 with a 1.69 ERA. He's only averaging about 3 1/3 innings pitched. Ortiz will hit the bump for the Pirates, 0-2 with a 5.63. He's averaging 4 innings per. Over under set at 9. The over 14-6 the last 20 meetings and 5-1 the last 6 in Pittsburgh. Rangers 3-7 the last 10 times these teams have hooked up. Texas has now overtaken Tampa Bay. They have the number 1 offense in Major League Baseball, number 9 defense. Pittsburgh, number 15 offense, and the number 8 defense. In their last 3 starts, Dane Dunning 2-0, 5 2/3 innings pitched, 1.59 ERA, 0.94 WHIP. He's been fantastic. Luis Ortiz in his last 3 starts, 0-2. Averaging 4 innings thrown, a 2.38 WHIP, 5.63 ERA. The Rangers have won 3 of Dunning's last 4 starts after losing 5 in a row. So good bounce back for him. When he was with the White Sox was the last time and the only time he's faced the Pirates back in September 2020. 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 0 earned runs. Ortiz, his last 2 starts, again, we went over that. He has never faced the Rangers before. When you look at this game, I think that, again, it's early here in the morning. Got some time to look at things, but the Rangers laying that price on the road, $1.35, that would be my lean. Pittsburgh just, they had that good run, but they haven't been playing well at all. Arizona Diamondbacks will be at the Philadelphia Phillies today. Henry, the southpaw, will get the call for the Diamondbacks. Wheeler will get the call for the Phillies. Phillies laying 225, comeback plus 188 on the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks come into this series 27-20, Philly 22-24. Arizona 13-10 on the road. But the Phillies are 13-8 at home. Henry for the Diamondbacks, 1-1 with a 5 ERA, 1.48 WHIP, averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched. Wheeler, again, the flamethrower, will get the call for the Phillies, 3-3 with a 4.06 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, averaging 5 2/3. The over is over under set at 8.5. The over is 5-0 in Henry's last 5 road starts. And the over's 5-0 in Henry's last 5 starts, where the total is set between 7 and 8.5 there. Again, I'm not an over-under guy, but just wanted to give you the rundown on that. Arizona 1-5 their last 6 meetings in Philly, and the over is 10-3-1 in their last 14 meetings in Philly. Again, no real Arizona's been playing really well, but Philly's been good at home. And anytime Zach Wheeler's going, I don't like going against him, but I'm definitely not going to lay 225. So this is going to be a total stay away, I believe, for us. Toronto Blue Jays at the Tampa Bay Rays. Blue Jays come into this losing 4 in a row. They had a really, really good start, and now they've cooled off a little bit here. They're going to be throwing Chris Bassett, who I think is great value. If you're looking for somebody, to win the Cy Young, he's just been absolutely lights out. Trevor Kelly will get the call for the Rays, who have cooled off a little bit. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. Toronto 25-22 on the year, 12-13 on the road. Tampa 34-14 this year, but look at home. Gosh, they've been absolutely amazing. 21-4. Like I said, Bassett will get the call for the Blue Jays, 5-2 with a 3.05, averaging 6 1/3. He's got a 1.02 WHIP, so he's been fantastic. Kelly 0-1 with a 7.50 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, averaging an inning and 2/3. So bullpen guy here, over under set at 8. Tampa Bay right now minus 120, even money on, actually it's plus 103 for Bassett and the Blue Jays. Again, like I said, the Blue Jays have lost 4 in a row, but they're 4-1 the last 5 meetings, but they're 18-37 the last 55 in Tampa. Again, I'll dive into this a little more later on. If you look at Bassett in his time against the Tampa Bay Rays, he's had 2 starts against them, one in 2021, one in 2015. He gave up 2 runs, 1 run. But look, like I said, Bassett's won 5 of his last 6 starts, or Tampa Bay's won 5 of his last 6 starts. Kelly's last outing was May 12th against the Yankees. He pitched 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run. Again, he's a bullpen guy, so the Tampa Bay is going to rely heavily on their bullpen. Again, Bassett at plus money. I know they've lost 4 in a row. Tampa Bay's been mediocre their last 10, even though they're phenomenal. That 21-4 at home. My lean is Toronto to get off the schneid, but we'll see what happens here. Los Angeles Dodgers will visit the Atlanta Braves. Stone will get the call for the Dodgers. Plus 128, comeback plus 128. The Braves laying $1.50 at home. Detroit Tigers rotation number 913 will be visiting the Kansas City Royals 914. This game will have absolutely nobody in the stands because nobody gives a damn. But anyway, we'll break it down for you anyway because, hey, that's what we do. Tigers 20-24, 10-14 on the road. Kansas City Royals 14-34, 6-17 at home. I mean, when you're 6-17 at home, that's worse than when I lived out there and it was $6 to get a ticket. It's where you take your girlfriend. $6 got you 4 rows behind third base and a hot dog and a soda. That's how bad they were. Anyway, Lorenzen, the call for the Tigers, the righty. Both these pitchers right-handed. Lorenzen 2-2 with a 3.44 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, averaging 5 2/3. Brady Singer will get the call for the Royals, 3-4 with a 7.09 ERA. His parents must be really proud. He's averaging 5 innings per. Over under set at 8.5. Tigers 5-1 the last 6 meetings that these two teams have hooked up. Tigers bring in the blistering 28th ranked offense against the blistering 25th ranked offense of the Royals. And then the Royals they're so consistent. 28th ranked defense. Just really proud of them. Again, their fans must love them. In their last 3, Lorenzen 2-1. He's averaging 6 2/3 innings pitched, 0.9 WHIP and a 0.9 ERA. So Lorenzen's been lights out. And then Brady Singer 1-1. The Royals are 2-1 though in his last 3 starts. 1.56 WHIP, but a 4.50 earned run average. Lorenzen, as good as he's been in his last 3, the team is 3-3 in his last 6. Singer against the Tigers. Now, Lorenzen's never faced the Royals, but Singer against the Tigers have won 4 of his last 5. And in his 10 starts, the Royals have won 8 of them. So maybe the Tigers is what old Singer needs to get on track. Here's his earned runs that he's given up working from his most recent start, September 11th, 2022 and back. 0 runs, 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 1, 1, 0, 2. So Singer, as horrible as he's been in his career, this shows why he's laying $1.15 right now, even money on the Tigers, even though Lorenzen's been lights out. But I guess my lean would be the Royals, but God, I can't take them. They're horrible, and Detroit's been playing better as of late. So no way I'm interested in stepping in front of that. That's just none I want a part of. Rotation number 921, San Francisco Giants will be visiting the Minnesota Twinkies. Rotation number 922. John Brebo will get the call for the Giants. Bailey Ober will get the call for the Twins. Ober and the Twins laying $1.55. Comeback plus 130 on Breba and the Giants. Giants come into this 22-24, 7-13 on the road. Minnesota Twins leading their division 25-22, 14-8 at home. Breba 2-0 with a 4.26 ERA, 1.16 whip, but he's only throwing about an inning per outing. Ober 3-0 with a 1.78 ERA. You guys know how I feel about Ober. Over under on this is set at 9 between these two teams. Giants 1-5 the last 6 meetings. Look, I'm not a guy that likes to lay $1.55. However, you either take the Twins or you don't bet this game. Is just my personal opinion. Marlins Rockies. Cabrera will get the call for the Marlins. Anderson for the Rockies. Marlins on the road laying $1.36. Comeback plus 115 for Anderson and the Rockies. Moving on to the next one, the red hot Houston Astros. Altuve will be back soon. They're laying $1.15 on the road at Milwaukee. Milwaukee has struggled way more than I think they should. However, that Central's been so bad that they still have the lead in that. They 5-5 in their last 10. Houston's won 7 in a row, and they'll send their ace to the hill, Christian Javier. The Astros 27-19, 13-8 on the road. Milwaukee 25-21, 13-8 at home. Javier 4-1 with a 3.25 ERA, 0.97 whip, averaging about 6 innings per start. Corbin Burns will get the call for Milwaukee. He's been up and down, man. That poor guy's been a roller coaster this year. Just makes no sense. 4-3 with a 3.48 ERA, 1.16 whip, 5 2/3 innings average pitched. Over under set at 8. The under's been 5-0 in the Astros' last 5 road games, and the under's been 6-0 in the Astros' last 6 road games versus a right-handed starter. Astros 14-38 the last 52 in Milwaukee. The over 24-9-1 the last 34 meetings overall between these two teams. Houston brings in the 19th ranked offense, 23rd ranked offense for Milwaukee. In their last 3, Javier 2-0 with a 3.0 ERA, 0.68 whip. He's been incredible. 2.84 ERA. Burns, the Brewers have been 1-2 in his last 3 starts, and he's been 1-2 as well. Gotten the decision in all 3. 1.22 whip, 2.50 ERA. If you look in the last 10 starts, again, it's been spotty for Burns. The Brewers have won half his games, 3-6. He hasn't got touched up for more than 3 runs in a start, but he just hasn't been the Corbin Burns that we've been used to seeing. The Astros have won 5 of Javier's last 6 starts. He has never faced the Brewers, and Burns has never faced the Astros. Astros red hot, like I said, they've won 7 in a row coming into this. Astros minus 115, minus 105 for the Brewers. Again, this is a toss-up in my opinion, so probably just going to stay away. Red Sox visiting the Angels. Angels minus 110. Red Sox minus 110. So coin flip game here. Tanner Houck gets the call for the Red Sox. Jamie Barria will get the call for the Angels. Red Sox 26-21, 11-10 on the road. Angels 12-10 at home, bringing a 25-23 record. Houck 3-3 with a 5.48 ERA, averaging 5 1/3 innings pitched. Barria 1-1, 1.96 ERA, averaging 2 1/3. He's a bullpen guy, so this will be a bullpen session for the Angels. Red Sox 6-2 their last 8 meetings versus the Angels, 9-4 their last 13 meetings in LA. I'm always weary of bullpen guys and bullpen sessions where like the team throws a bunch of bullpen guys. That's always been hard for me to handicap. I think it is an advantage over the other team, but I also think it really hurts. I think it really hurts your matchup as the series goes on, right? Because you're using all your guys game 1. So something to look at as the series goes on. Boston 3rd ranked offense, Angels 9th ranked offense this year. Now Houck in his last 3, he's 0-2, but the Red Sox are 1-2. 7.2 ERA, 5.2 innings pitched. The Red Sox have lost 3 of his last 4 starts. His only start against the Angels was this year back on April 14th. Boston won 5-3. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs. So again, just no part there. When Barria has started for the Angels, again, he's a bullpen guy, but when he has started, the Angels are 2-8. So again, the way Barria is, and then, 2-8 versus the Red Sox isn't good, but Hawk is no bargain. Again, my first instinct is this is a stay away, but we'll see. Oakland A's at the Seattle Mariners. Mariners, I think, win this with Luis Castillo. Mueller going for the A's and his investigating. But look, there's no way I'm laying 335 with the Mariners, but there's nothing you can say or do to get me take the Oakland A's plus 270 either. So this will be a stay away. So again, leans for the day. I think Lakers minus 155 on the money line. I think the Minnesota Twins minus $1.50 is a early lean. Again, these are all early, no official plays. But if you're just tuning in, you guys can take and follow us. We always go over the plays from the previous day, like we did today, 4-0 yesterday in baseball. The Kansas City Royals, though Lorenzen's been tough, man. But Singer's had a lot of success against the Tigers. So that would be a small lean. And then the Rangers, but we'll see. Today could be one play, more than likely one play, or Bassett as well with the Blue Jays at plus money. Could be one play, could be 2 plays, could be no plays. Remember, the greatest advantage you have as a bettor is sometimes no play is the best play. All right. Again, game 4 tonight, the Lakers try to stave off elimination. Game 3, Florida Panthers up 2-0 on the Carolina Hurricanes. So lots going on in the sports world. I hope you guys have a blessed Monday. Have a day of gratitude. Don't say, I got to go to work. I got to do this. Hey, I get to do this. I get to live another day. I get to feed myself. I get to put gas in my car. I get to see my kids. I get to go to work and make a difference. Make it a great day. I love you, my winners. I'll see y'all Tuesday.